right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 180. Hey, Keaton.
Hey, Mike 52.
Pick me up. Hey, exit.
52, Mike 52.
Now Foles. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Single.
Here's Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Crowder now to return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check, check. Fresno. Yo, 80. Fresno. Check, check. Yo, 80. Check, check. Hey, Charlie. Out. Check 25.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That result, really no surprise. It's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Look, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Leonard Fournette. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Both over to Mike. Mike's both.
Go.
Ricky. 44. Go.
Foles. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Complete to Michael Gallup. Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Flat.
He's crashing.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Yeah, go, let's go, let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime. that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Hey, switch gears. Under 10. Young lady. Sweat.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
What is that? Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check it out, Reed. Check. Watch the eye. Switch. Goose. Hey, watch that. Check safety.
On 2nd down now, it's Washington. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Fuck.
Real side. It's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm coming for you. You must. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Jets 44-yard line.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Hey, let's go. Great.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Hey, Delta.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 24, check 24. Check 9, check 9. I'm waiting.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
March 47.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
You can't block that. You can't block that.
Darnold from the gun. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Check flag 47. Here we go, here we go. Begin. Red 80. Lucky.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's get it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, Red 80. Watch the ship. Switch. Check 3. Red 80.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down.
You know what, dude? I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not dealing with this.
Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Real side. Mike 50. Mike 50. That's what I do. Check 26, check 26. Hey, ready? He's checking. Crash. Check 20. Check 31, check 10.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check 24. Check 24, lady.
Hey, box drop.
Oh my God, here we go. I'm trying
That's
to
going
snap
to
the
set
ball.
him
It's not
back
snapping.
5 yards.
So bullshit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
QB drop. Shift. Back. Check.
Bell. And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Worst fucking connection in this building. Fucking convenient, dude. Every fucking time I play him, this shit happens.
We're gonna start. 50. Got double. Check 43.
Look at this. Now I can't even fucking.
We got double up. Kill.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We're gonna start. Mike's 50. All day. Motion. Reset. Mike 50. Mike. Hey, ready? Rebound. Hey.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Shoot, shoot. Slant, slant. Watch the safety creep.
Now a first down carry by Bell. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. Ready?
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
5.
Minus 50. Coming to you. Let's go, Mike.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Watch twitch. Watch that. Check. Crouch.
On first down, Bell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. He's coming. He's coming. Check that.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Hey, my 7.
Darnold now to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh my God.
Bananas Westbrook complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more coming.
Outside. Watch your young lady. Right. He's telling you, tell him to right. Hey, 4 down.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 50's a month. 50's a month. Hey, pick your game up. Check. Flag down. Ready? Check. Ready? Check. Out.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jets 3, Jaguars nothing.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Hey, get him. You got it. Mike 52. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Screen play, McKinnon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
25. Check 25.
They'll run with Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Be alert. Pick. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Check 4. Hayden Cole.
Fournette. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. The open man is Westbrook. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Go Mike 50, Mike 50. And watch your leg. Hey, orbit.
Now Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Cut. Mike 50, Mike 50.
A first down throw, Darnold. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Both sides. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Kill. Oh, lady.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
Come on, fellas.
A false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
I'm coming, baby. Woo! Work quick, lady. Quick. 49. Check 49.
This is Bell.
On the team. Slam.
A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's second and 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check right 47. 47 from Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Hey, tight. Switch.
From the 44, Darnold going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Watch the eye. Switch. Do. Ready. Watch it. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike 47.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. He finds some open field here. Past the 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Whip. Watch man 80. Switch. Man 80. Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Oh, my God.
Check 3.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Check 99. Alert flare. 36. Tighten up. 80. Shit.
They'll run it with Bell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, wahoo! Mark 50. Ready?
They'll try again with Bell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 24. Check 24. Check 9. Check 9. Be good. Be good. Be good. Red 80.
Lucky. 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 Kill. 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 Kill.
Oh
Kill.
my
And now with the
God.
play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, ready? Twist. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Here's Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Catanzaro's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Wide. Get wide.
Great. I got you.
This is Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
For this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. 1-1. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, Mike 52. Guys, it's game situation.
Now Foles. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go.
52's a Mike. Watch Mike. Hey.
Foles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Man up, D.
play action. They'll throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Foles now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Motion, motion, motion. '52's the mic, boy. 52.
Here's Foles. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 52. Check 52's the mic.
2nd and 9 now. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before the break. Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Check 26, yes.
Fournette running out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
13. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the Hey, Haywood.
Now Doug Marrone with a play clock almost out says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 180. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Yes. No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Push him back. Hey, Mike 52. We own them. Mike 52. Check. Hit him. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Not today, you are. Not today. Here we go.
Now back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
He's checking. Tiger. 12. 52.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Fournette.
Oh
Finds an
my
opening past the
God.
40.
Bullshit, dude.
He's at the 30.
Fucking man.
10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
We want it. Come to my world. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Drop it. Hey, echo. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Lady. Coming. I'm coming.
Darnold from the gun. This one caught by Crowder. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Darnold on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check, 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 check. Check, lady. Patch it. Quick the edge.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. Hackenberg taking it himself. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Christian Hackenberg. His first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Deeper.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Keith.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, it's Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Under. Check 43. He's coming. We got double. Black.
A handoff to Fournette. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, we got Mike. We're waiting. Watch the slant. Hey, Charlie. Hey, 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. All day, dog.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Let's go, boy.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Now this throw caught left side and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Hey, Delta. 47 is the Mike. 47 is the Mike.
To the air again, Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Dude, that was
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
47's the Mike. 47's the Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Here we go, D. Get it.
Again, Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Throwing again is Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Hey, box truck. 50, Mike 50. Oh, lady.
Back to throw, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
50, Mike. Good. Mike 50, Mike 50. Come on. You better bring red, lady.
Well, that certainly comes under the heading of critical mistake, doesn't it, partner? You can't have that. You got a chance to tie the ball game, from the 2-yard line. Now you've got to go back to the 7-yard line and take the same chance.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Jets 20.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Great. Check. Good. Here you go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And down right around the 37. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the safety creep. Great. Easy.
Fournette, a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
At the Jets' 31-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Go. Slam. Switch it. Come on, Greystone, grab it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
He'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He's back to throw. Caught by Montgomery. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold now to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Randy Gregory in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, check my 50. Hey, wahoo. 50.
One last throw now for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. Sometimes it comes down to one final play. A dramatic, dramatic finish to this one.
And no player will ever admit to, hey, this is how I want to win a game. But behind closed doors at night as they're going to sleep, they do think about those dramatic endings. And how about that one? Go up and get it, Hail Mary, and sprint to the locker room with a victory that you didn't look like you were going to get.
That is the epitome of the highest high and the lowest low in the game of football. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for the Jets, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
him.